show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community. I wanna circulate the units in the unity. The continuity of opportunity for stacking bands. Opportunity to stack the figures with your family. I can show you how to get them figures in advance. I don't see nobody else but us giving a damn. So let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through. We're back in the G. You ain't with the vibe.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Okay, ready?
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. This defense for the Jets, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
40-70.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throwing it in. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, 76, 76, 17, 17, 17. 5, 5. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Turbo's up.
Here's Goff. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Falcons Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hold on. Check.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hey, lift. Hey,
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
79 Broncos, Dragon 60. Trap 60.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. This ball down the field for Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14, just nothing. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hall ought to give up the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
To throw is Goff. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That punt returned 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
21, Jets, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd down and 4. Goff now looks to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall. He's across midfield, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go tonight. 14. 14. Turbo.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, right back to Hall. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Tiger. Horrible. What's that?
Goff. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
$18 Cardinal. Ready.
Robinson on a give right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Panther 11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jets 3. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Super 66. Super 1. Super 1. Super 1. What's that?
Off play action. Here's Goff. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
14. 14. 12. 12. 12. What's that?
Now it's gone. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
12.
Now Goff. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open hole.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Maverick wall. Five.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to throw, Goff. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Get it.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
48 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going deep for Bateman.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Go, Riggs. Go. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 19 Lions. Buffalo 18. Go.
And Stroud now to throw.
Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Roll.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Let's go now.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer.
Mustang 19.
Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Rashad Bateman.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Jets 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. shedding the tackle.
And he'll have a Jets first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. It's gone. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A first throw for the backup Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
A try here for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now.
That's the score. Falcons 35, Jets 10.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Trap alert. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
18, Pioneer. Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Stroud to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing now is Stroud. He finds Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
Warriors 70.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jets 10. Youngway Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now Wilson wants a different look. On the counter, it's Hall.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Hall again.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 79 Broncos. Ready.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. That's going deep for Bateman.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons.
Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jets 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 68 yards. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Dragon 60. Trap 60. Ready?
Stroud now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Rashad Bateman, 32 yards. And the Falcons are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 27-yard line.
Here's Hall again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Wilson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. They go play action with Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for New York. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, check.
Robinson with another carry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Charles